Hello everybody and welcome back to Crypto Simplified. Sorry if I sound a little funny today. I've been under the weather for the last couple of days, which is why I didn't upload yesterday. But this market has gone down, the market's recovered a little bit, and I cannot miss this entire cycle. Otherwise, why am I here? So let's start with another Bitcoin obituary. The death of Bitcoin has been proclaimed so many times. It just happened again. But every time people say Bitcoin's dead, it just shows them the finger and goes up to all-time highs. People want Bitcoin to die. Okay, I guess, to each their own. But taking so much pleasure in such a temporary blip in the progress of some revolutionary technologies is a really strange way to spend your free time. So, you do you. Who am I to judge? So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about strategy. I'm going to be talking about what I did during this dip. This is not financial advice. This is just what I did. So if you like my reasoning behind it, you can do it as well. But I would like to say you must do your own research. This is just my thinking, my train of thought. I'm not a professional, not an investment advisor. I'm just sharing how I see this cryptocurrency market because I see this tech as something that's really going to benefit a lot of people around the world. So let's see how these multi-billion-dollar companies are infringing on our privacy today. Amazon. So apparently Amazon will not say if they hand over your data to the government. That's kind of shitty on their part because it's your data that they're handing over. If you ask if they have handed it over, they should be saying yes, or they should be more transparent about it all. If only there was a way to keep all this information anonymous, using a system of decentralized consensus in order to make sure that these infringements of our privacy does not happen. If only there was a technology out there that could solve this problem. If only. So, let's get into the crypto market then. After some awful few days, awful, we are finally seeing a bit of green over here. Bitcoin Cash is still in the red, but and everything else is up. Mostly everything else. Possibly the biggest surprise gainer of them all is Bitcoin! Exactly. 129% growth. Seems like people actually were buying the 95% dip that we experienced yesterday. Yeah, I'm in disbelief about that as well. But hey, if they believe in the project, it's their money. I'm no one to say don't invest in it, but it sort of has been revealed unequivocally that BitConnect is a Ponzi scheme. So please, people, be safe. Be safe. Do your own research. Just type on Google if you are unsure whether something is a scam, but please don't buy back into the scam like we're seeing right now. You did the research, you took the risk, you were prepared to lose all that when you put your money in. So please just don't actively try to lose it by reinvesting into something that we know is a scam. But be connected! So, away from all that, you might have been wondering what I've been doing in this down market. People say that everyone is a great trader in a bull market. What separates people is what they do in the bear markets. So, I have been trying to read as much as I possibly could. Reading white papers, looking through Reddit threads, checking out things on Twitter, just trying to get as much information as I can on potential multi-bagger coins. Because that's what I want. While I would like incremental growth is a great, safe way to do this. That is a part of my earnings that I've set aside for that. This is the key, what I'm trying to say right now. It's all about strategy. When there's a bull market, enjoy it. When there's a bear market, you should actually be working way harder to try and find those next opportunities that you think will give you all that money back and much, much more. this is the goal. And I looked at this dip sort of like discount shopping. It was like a Black Friday sale almost, because so many projects that I thought were overvalued after this bull run just came shooting back down to earth for a little bit. And that is a fantastic thing and a healthy long-term thing for the market. But what we can definitely do is look at the down markets as an opportunity to try and diversify as well as consolidate. I feel that my holdings are quite fairly balanced, so I didn't really want to consolidate too much. Instead, I used this pullback as a chance to look at coins that I was looking at earlier, but I either found the hype train behind them too high or the price was just blown way out of proportion. There are way too many multi-billion-dollar projects in this space that are not delivering a final product that provides value to a lot of people. If you think about what a billion-dollar company really is, it should be something that's ubiquitous with society. We should all sort of know what they're doing and how they're contributing to the economy. For a lot of cryptocurrency projects, you don't really know that. So when I look at things like DentaCoin being valued at over 1 billion, I just scoff. It's like, how is this possible? So this pullback has let me reassess a few key opportunities that I think will make for very good hodl coins for at least a year period. I'm looking at a lot of these coins for a longer period. However, if I do meet my targets, I will sell earlier and then try and reinvest that. I'm keeping my crypto as crypto because as long as your crypto stays as crypto, the taxman can't do anything about it. And I'm not going to spend all this money. I have my other spending money on the side. I'm only investing what I'm willing to lose and what has been kept aside. So before I talk about the coins that I bought during this dip, I like to make it clear that yes, I do hold a position in all of these. Well, of course, because I'm talking about the coins that I bought. So without further ado, let's have a look at the first one, and that's Waves. The video link for my previous video on Waves is here, and I think you should watch it because it will really help you understand why I'm so bullish on the project and why I decided to buy in at this point in time. I would, however, like to make it clear that I did not go all in with my buying positions. I still have plenty of liquidity left in case this market decides to dip. If this positive price action we're seeing is just a bounce rather than a recovery, I just want to buy some more if the prices drop further. I've put in a small position on Waves just to slightly increase my holdings. I am hoping that it drops further, and my working over here shows sort of the levels where I'm hoping it's going to reach. The upper blue line is where my transaction was filled. This is actually a little higher than where I bought it. I got it at around 66,000 Satoshi. I'm quite happy with that purchase price, but I do want to buy more. So I've set several buy orders going all the way down to 60,000 Satoshi. I believe in the long-term potential of this project, and like all the other coins, I will be hodling this one. Next up is Ryblocks. I spoke about them in another video as well. Link here. I didn't talk too much about them because the hype train behind this coin is so huge, but this is feeless transactions, almost instantaneous. Their wallet is great, and it's on a dip. I just thought with the momentum the hype train had during my video when I first mentioned this, I should wait for a bit. It looks like that patience might have paid off. I'm already in a profit on this one, but I'm expecting this to be a multi-bag. So I'm just cooling my heels, waiting, seeing how this goes. This market's all about patience. Please do not rush into stuff. You will always find another opportunity. Don't be penny wise and pound foolish. Wait, do your research. Patience will pay off in this game. So I bought this one in Ether because it's a lot easier to actually transact with Ether than Bitcoin. I should have mentioned this when I was talking about Waves, but I did buy my Waves in Bitcoin with the intention of selling it into Ether so I can move it off Bittrex. I want to try and convert probably 50% of my Bitcoin holdings into Ether for further liquidity on other exchanges. I don't want to waste money with these really expensive transactions, like withdrawing my Bitcoin to my personal wallet from the exchange and then another transaction put it onto a different exchange. I don't want to do that. That's just too expensive when it comes to transaction fees. So I'm going to work as much as I can in Ethereum. Ryblocks is an Ethereum purchase. I'm going to let this grow. I've set a 3x sell point on this one. So I really want to make sure that I really get some good returns on this because I do like this project a lot. The growth we've seen, I think, will be nothing compared to what's yet to come. So let's talk about another coin that I found was overvalued, but I do think is a very good project, and that is LSK. I think LSK is a great project because you can use very common computing languages and programming languages to actually write software on this platform. For that reason alone, I think it's really valuable. It was valued at over $3.5 billion. So I'm glad that there's been a bit of a correction. Let's hope that it consolidates a little bit. I am very willing to add to my position in case the price drops. So I'm totally open to that possibility. If it does, I'll be happy. If it doesn't, hey, win-win situation. So where did I actually buy this? I actually set an order at 1800 Satoshi. I should have, and I normally do put orders going way down to about 25% below than my initial purchase. But I didn't this time for some strange reason that I do not know, because I don't know why I did that. Normally I would do this, but hey, the price did keep dropping. I would have benefited significantly if I stuck to my normal strategy. So this is the importance of choosing a strategy so you don't regret things like I am right now. But I do think it's a solid thing. I've set my profit margin on this at 2.5x. So let's see how this goes. I'm willing to hodl this for over a year. So I'm not in any hurry to sell this right now. Another project that I think is really good for the usability side is TenX. Very, very forward facing. Their Satoshi value is sort of plummeting right now. I don't mind that because that just lets me buy a little bit more. But the fact that their cards have run into a little bit of trouble from Visa is a big stumbling block. I'm sure as a company that has a lot of its credibility tied into the ease of use of their cards, they will try to solve this as quickly as they possibly can. I do believe TenX can recover. And I do think that they can really shoot up in a huge way, which is why I was waiting for this dip. Now that the dips happen, and I've bought my position, all I can do is hope. But I will try to diversify my debit card token holdings. So I'm going to be buying some more of other projects as well. TenX is currently my only holding in the debit card space, but Cardano has announced that they would be open to that idea. They're working on getting their own debit card functionality sorted out. I would love to be able to spend my crypto in a store. Not right now. I would hope this market would get a lot larger. The valuation of my cryptocurrency gets much larger, and then I'll be able to sell this without any guilt of feeling that I'm going to miss out on future gains if I just held onto this coin a little bit longer. TenX are thinking of consumer-facing aspects of their company, and I do think this is invaluable when it comes for adoption. My first purchase was at 24,000 Satoshi. I was quite happy with that, and I bought that on the way down. I didn't put in any other purchases until I was sort of comfortable that it may have bottomed out. Of course, there's no guarantee that this is a bottom. No, not at all. But I just decided to take a punt because I was comfortable buying at that price. TenX is a good company. I do believe in what they are trying to do, so I don't mind paying that sort of price because I am fairly confident in my research that they might deliver. And lastly, I spoke about this in my last video, but I'm so happy with that Dragon coin purchase. So happy. Look there. Right at that bottom. That's where I got some of it. So I'm really pleased with this. I didn't think I'd get an attractive entry point into Dragon coin because this is an asset that should be blowing up. All logic is pointing towards Dragon Chain being this sort of thing that enterprises will love. It's their approach of going the 360-degree route. They're going for an incubator, they're going for security solutions, and they're going for scalability. They're trying to make every single aspect of this chain better. Yes, while that's a risky marketing move, it's a solid approach just to take when it comes to business. Work on your weaknesses, but don't forget the other things as well. While it might be easy to segment yourself in a marketing way if you're just focusing on one thing, what people want is a stable, scalable platform, especially if they're going to migrate their business operations to that. So this is why Dragon Chain could potentially be a game changer. I don't have a whole bunch of it. I would like to buy some more. So if this is just a bounce rather than a full-on recovery of the market, I will be buying more of this for sure. I was asleep when it was at the bottom, so I didn't buy it then, but I tried to get as much as I could before it really started shooting up. I wouldn't recommend you to buy, nor will I discourage you from buying, because you can see there's a fairly large sell wall over here. So any gains that you might have right now could potentially just drop back down again, but that just could be because of the fear in the market right now. There are a lot of people who are worried because we are sort of in a bear market and the market's just turned. So yes, please be cautious. Don't just go all guns blazing into this market. But remember what Warren Buffett said. Be greedy only when others are fearful. So if you find an opportunity for a coin that you really like here, go for it. It's completely about it being your money and your decisions. Do your research if you feel comfortable in investing in this company. Remember, you are investing in a company by owning the tokens. While you are not directly paying the company when you buy these tokens on an exchange, the founders and the team still have a lot of this token in storage. Any gains in this token value benefit them, and that is their incentive to keep progressing and growing as a company. So it's not a bad thing if you're buying on an exchange. You are still helping the company out. So do your research and only invest what you believe in. You can choose projects based exactly on what your priorities are. Do you think there's a big flaw in an industry that you are close to? Do you believe that cryptocurrency can help solve this flaw? This is exactly how you could be looking at your next investment. Invest in a problem that you think is holding us all back as a society. You can vote with your money, and that is the beauty of the time we're in right now. We are in this huge, incredible phase of long tail investing. Basically, what this is that lots of people around the world can put tiny bits of money into a project that they like, rather than this reliance on institutional investors. And going along with that, my next video is actually going to be about WePower. And WePower does bring in this long tail effect into the energy industry. We can help decentralize something that has traditionally been completely dominated by the biggest players in the world. So that's it from me. This is Mark from Crypto Simplified. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do leave a like, do subscribe, and do let me know what you thought about my content today. If you have any coins that you bought during this fantastic dip, let me know. I'd love to see how all you folks took the bear market and made it your own. Just because the market's down doesn't mean you do not have a chance to earn at some point in the future. So do let me know your strategies. Let me know how you did this. Let me know if you think you made a mistake, if you made a good decision. This is a discussion space. We're all learning from each other. This is just my working. I'm not an investment advisor. I'm just telling you how I see the market. So I'll be glad to hear what you have to say. Drop me a message on Twitter, comment over here. I'll be glad to help you out and tell you what I think. Later.